Here is a podcast for the NFL wildcard games for the 2016 NFL season. We're going to start with the game on Saturday afternoon between the Oakland Raiders and Houston Texans. So this game is being played in Houston, and of course the Raiders are missing Derek Carr. Initially, this line probably would be Raiders -3 if Carr were healthy. Without Carr, of course, now it's plus 3.5 Oakland or Houston -3.5. We think that this line is a little bit off and should be a pick'em without Derek Carr. Here are reasons why we feel that should be the case. The Raiders went 12-4 in the toughest division in football. The Texans went 9-7, probably one of the weakest divisions. Put the Texans in the AFC West, especially without J.J. Watt. They're not going 9-7, probably 6-10, 7-9. Put the Raiders with Derek Carr in the AFC South. They probably go 14-2. They don't play the Chiefs twice. Don't play the Broncos at the end of the season. Without Derek Carr, we still think the Raiders could win that division, probably 9-7 or 10-6. If you look at the talent on the lines, as well as receiver, running back, a lot of other key positions, the Raiders are a more talented team. And Houston's quarterback situation is not any better. Brock Osweiler was terrible. Savage is out due to a concussion. So with a spread of plus 3.5 for Oakland, Oakland could lose by a field goal and still cover. We're going to take that bet. In fact, we're going to say the Raiders win this game 23-20. So that's our prediction for the first wildcard game. For the second wildcard game, that's on Saturday night. We have the Detroit Lions traveling to Seattle. Seattle's 7-1 at home this season. Detroit's 3-5 on the road. Matt Stafford does not play well outdoors. The home road splits totally favor Russell Wilson, Doug Baldwin, as well as Jimmy Graham. Digging even deeper, the Lions' pass defense, which is pretty much non-existent, they allow a quarterback rating of 106.5. That's worse in the league. Also, a completion percentage of 72.7 for opposing quarterbacks, also worse in the league. So there's absolutely no pass rush. Seattle doesn't have an offensive line, but Detroit doesn't really have the personnel to expose it. So Seattle's passing game should look really good. Additionally, the Lions can't run the ball. They rank dead last in rushing offense. So they won't be able to, sustain drives or keep the Seattle offense off the field. This game, again, being in Seattle, West Coast, Detroit's an East Coast team. So they'll feel like 3 hours ahead. Game starting at 5:15 p.m. They lose a day for travel. There's just a lot working against the Lions here. So we're going to take Seattle. The spread is -8. We think the Seahawks will cover it. The prediction will be 28-17 Seattle on Saturday night. We move on to the Sunday games. In the morning, if you're living on the West Coast, will be Miami at Pittsburgh, starting at 10:05 Pacific Standard Time, so at 1:05 local time in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's favored by 10, which is high. That is a high spread. And Miami did beat Pittsburgh earlier in the year, 30-15. However, that game was in Miami. The offensive line for Miami was fully healthy, which is a great line when it's fully healthy. There's no Mike Pouncey, so that hurts. And that has clearly hindered Jay Ajayi's numbers since Pouncey has been on the sideline. Ben Roethlisberger was injured in that game. Le'Veon Bell was just coming back. Pittsburgh's been on fire the last 7 games, winning each of them. They also rested the starters last week, and they're going to be fully healthy. Le'Veon Bell's first game, the game's in Pittsburgh. Also, this is the big one, Miami's rush defense is awful. Ranks third to last in yards allowed. In terms of yards per carry, it's actually very close to being last, very close to the 49ers, off by, I think, by 0.01 yards per carry. So this is a really bad rush defense for Miami. It's great they're in the playoffs and ended their drought. It's their second time to make the playoffs in 16 years, I believe. So it's great, but it's just not their time. Pittsburgh should run right through Dolphins, literally and figuratively. We're going to go Pittsburgh 31, Miami 13 as our prediction for this game. Then we move on to the last game of the wildcard weekend, this being the New York Giants at Dallas Cowboys. Definitely kudos to the schedule makers for scheduling the best game of the weekend last. Um, Very cold game. It's going to be probably about 11 degrees, 12 degrees Fahrenheit come game time. It is going to be a later game, obviously. Uh, this is epitomizes wild card football. I mean, you got the Giants who have the best pass rush of all remaining teams. They've been in. They've, Eli Manning's gone to Lambeau. Was won twice there. Packers are on fire. Aaron Rodgers calls out his teammates after losing to Washington, and they run the table. He said he had them run the table. The players heeded his call, and Rodgers has been on fire. 18 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's incredible. Um, Giants offense is interesting. They haven't cracked 20 points in the last 5 games, so it's going to be a little tough. If the offense could wake up, the Giants are a dark horse. They could potentially make it to the Super Bowl and maybe have a rematch with New England Patriots. Uh, could go either way. We're going to go with the Giants. Sorry, actually, probably should go with the Giants since I just said that. No, we'll go with the Packers. The Packers will cover the won't cover the spread. It'll be 24-20. I can't even make up my mind this game. So, it's going to be a great game, but we'll say Green Bay Packers 24-20. They will not cover the spread. Giants will probably cover the spread. But don't be surprised if the Giants do come out swinging, especially if Odell Beckham has a game, which could easily happen. Paul Perkins has been playing better. But just the Giants offense just hasn't shown us anything. The Packers are at home. They're playing great football. This will be a test for them, but they're up to the test. So we will go Packers 24, Giants 20. So that concludes our predictions for the wildcard weekend. If you'd like to read more analysis, you can visit our website at sportsmanac.com. So sports and then MANAC, kind of like almanac.com, and you can find our predictions, our rankings, and a whole bunch of other stuff that sports fans, especially football fans, will enjoy. Okay, and really quickly, again, we got Raiders winning 23-20. We got Seattle winning 28-17. We have Pittsburgh winning 31-13, and the Packers winning 24-20. Enjoy the games this weekend.